Hello everyone, watch this review here where they look at Bronze Tiger from DC Universe Classics Wave 18, also known as the Apache Chief Wave, or if you will, the Super Friends Wave. Of course, I don't recall if Bronze Tiger was actually on the Super Friends cartoons, but, Samurai definitely was, so was Black Vulcan, so was El Dorado. Toyman, of course, was a Super Friends villain, and of course Apache Chief was part of at least one of the versions of the team. At any rate, there's a bit of a read-up here. I mean, Bronze Tiger is really not a character I'm all that familiar with. I think he's appeared in like 2 cartoons I've watched. He was in one episode of the Batman ones. I can't recall much more than that. At any rate, hold on a second and I'll get him out of pack. To start things off, the condition of this Bronze Tiger was even worse than I imagined. I thought that, these arm might just be a little bit weak from the way it was displayed, but no, it's basically bent. So instead of worrying about possibly snapping, it's basically in a bizarre condition. Once again, it's just an issue with Mattel and their weird packing procedures and their constant quality assurance issues. But, I'm sure somebody probably knows a way to fix that. I think heating it and then just adjusting the joint probably will do it, but I'll check some guide or something or another. At any rate, Bronze Tiger comes with a whole slew of accessories, as well as the right leg of Apache Chief. I think that's the last one I needed. Oh, by the way, picked him up a while ago. I kept looking at retail, hoping that, another one would show up with a better looking arm, so I could return that one, get that one. No such luck. At any rate, moving on. He comes with an alternate head. Actually, it kind of looks like Jon Stewart's. I might want to go grab that to sort of compare the two. But moving on before that. Interestingly enough, I think all of his weapons were accessories from the same wave. Like they originally premiered in the Solomon Grundy. I mean, he's got this bow staff, which I think came with the Tim Drake Robin. He's Deathstroke's sword. And then he has the Scrima sticks that originally came with the Nightwing in that wave, I believe. Yeah, I think Nightwing originally came out in the wave. Beyond that, he obviously has a lot of cool accessories and the alternate head, but this is a very standard body. The only real adjustment is they popped on this additional soft plastic tunic. But, it's a lot of really, really standard parts. But because of the paint job, this little tunic part in the tiger head, he really stands out. So despite, being mostly a heavily recycled figure, he definitely will kind of, I guess, be distinct on your shelf. Hold on, let me get that thing, and hopefully I'll be a little bit better with my words when I come back. No, the 2 head sculpts are actually nothing alike. Just saw the hair and thought maybe they might have reused it, but if you look at the side here, Jon Stewart has more of a crew cut or whatever. And then even Mr. Terrific, who I compared it to right after, his sideburns come down a bit further on him, and even the facial expression doesn't seem to be the same. But people always talk about Mattel recycling face sculpts and stuff, but it looks like it certainly isn't the case right here. At any rate, the head is interchangeable. I believe all you need to do is just pull straight up to get this off. Yep. And then this pops on. Now, for some reason, the head looks kind of small for the body, which would be weird considering this is a standard body and that should be a pretty standard head sculpt. And Mattel does this so often that it would be completely bizarre if it was a bit off, which I don't know. Maybe it is completely perfectly normally sized, but I guess also just comparing the tiger head to the normal head, which is quite a bit larger, it might just throw me as well. Now, given that the tiger head is a far more dynamic one, that's definitely the one I'll be leaving on the figure. Plus, tigers are cool. It's my favorite of the big cats. At one point, I think it was also my favorite animal. don't think I have a favorite animal right now, though. Sort of an interesting question. What favorite animals people have. I was also very fond of rhinoceroses, walruses, and octopuses, and a lot of different creatures. At any rate, once again, it's just the fact that he has these sort of cool paint apps and also the lower portion of the tunic that, at a glance you'd almost think, this isn't just a standard recycle, but yeah, he is a completely standard recycle. Not that, he doesn't look distinct despite it, which he totally does. Now, he has no place to store any of these weapons, so I guess get a bag or something. I mean, usually if they don't have a place to store them, they have so few weapons that you can actually just equip them or have the weapons in hand, but in this case, he's got at least 2 weapons too many. So I definitely think I'll probably just display him with a sword in hand because he doesn't really need anything